rapid game, and Fabi is leading 1.5.
Exactly.
He just needs to win this one, and the match will be over.
Right.
I have to say, it's looking pretty good right now. He might actually finish this match
with a win.
With this round, because if he wins this one,
it's over.
It's over. He eliminates Wesley, so he goes to the elimination bracket finals. 2 minutes each.
Oops, G takes H4. This is not the move which you normally
H4.
expect to see. G takes H4.
What a decision.
What pawn grabber will
Well, think
tell me?
about, you know, there's quality pawns. Not all pawns are created equal. And in this case, G takes H4 is really asking for ground.
That's a big question, actually. What if I just take that?
I'm trying to understand.
I'll take it.
Okay, King G1, idea of F3 and Rook G1.
And Knight F5 on a good day.
Yes. By the way,
Rook
he
to E5.
didn't. He just played after H5, Rook E5 immediately.
Take
I think
on
it's a good
G6.
idea.
What do we take with right
I
now?
think the Queen.
Queen takes.
He's
King
done
H1
that.
and Rook H5.
Correct. That move, Rook H5, essentially stops F3. So as long as I can maintain a powerful knight there, you're not playing Rook G1 because of knight takes F2.
Knight G3 also.
I mean, guys, this is looking extremely dangerous for White.
Wesley.
For Wesley, exactly.
Unsacrificed, but look at that activity.
It's huge. I completely agree. I'm thinking, not that I'm a happy camper, but isn't it time that I come back to protect the
because
pawn
also
on
like Bishop
H2?
B5 can be a threat in some lines.
That's what I'm fearful of, right?
So Knight F3. Yeah, he's going for it.
Knight F3. No, this is good. You have to defend.
Bishop takes A1.
Came
Rook
immediately.
Takes A1.
Immediately. Actually, what about time? Time is more or less the same.
2 minutes each, yes. But it seems like Fabiano has something in mind. Okay, Rook
Very
to H3.
concrete.
So you don't have Rook G1 because of Knight F2.
Mate.
This is nice.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, yes. So you don't do this?
Rook H3. Now, wait a minute.
Can I
Don't
play
I
Knight
have
E5?
Knight E5?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that a move?
I was thinking that I want to play Rook G1.
So you
I was
wanted to
thinking
defend F2.
Yeah, I was thinking to defend F2 with Queen E2. Wesley, by the way, he's playing very quickly, so I suspect both players have virtually no time.
Okay,
He played Rook
created
E1.
maybe
2 minutes.
a threat.
So the idea is if you go Queen H5,
You
and
take
then
on-
I'll take on E4. Rook takes E4, and I'll bail out thanks to this
Are you bailing
pin.
out?
Yes, I'll bail out.
Can we see that? I'm not going to take on E4. I'm going to take on F3.
Rook F3.
But now you have Rook E3.
All I'm trying to do is basically
No, actually, now you're in a
Survive.
good position.
survive.
Yes.
Rook D6. So he's really bringing absolutely every single piece into the attack.
The kitchen sink.
Yes. Might as well.
He's bringing everybody. And by the way, moving the rook to D6, let me make a move, C4. Here's the difference. That in a moment ago when I played rook takes E4, the rook was hanging with a check. Now it no longer is. So that after takes, whoop, I get to play check. And I think this is a winning position for Fabi. So rook D6, rook E3. Tense moments, Anastasia.
Absolutely, yes. It's a very, very important moment for Wesley. Yes, if he loses this
It
one,
match is over.
match is over. So he needs to
Draw to force a fourth
But first
game.
he needs to equalize the position. It seems
And
like
then
that.
he needs to, but for the moment he's got a pawn in the pocket.
Okay.
Okay, he's got
That's
something to fight for. And he does have a plan. The plan is to play Queen E2, defending F2, so that you can introduce the threat of Rook G1 and Rook G2 and turn this defensive player into defender and offense.
So let's get that queen off
95
the
also is the
G5.
threat. Yes, 95.
Where would you like to go?
Maybe queen H5 or
Okay,
queen H6.
now I get to do what I want, which is a
Rook
check
G6.
and a Rook G2. Trembling hands.
Exactly. This is really was trembling. Do we have all this? No.
I'm used to watching Jennifer Yu in time trouble. Even when she's not in time trouble, she's jitterbuggy.
And now if I take...
Yes, what if you take, actually? Where do you go with your king? Queen G4.
It's a little...
You're going to F1, I know.
F1, look at 3,
I'm not
yes.
saying I'm excited or I'm happy,
No.
but I feel like the trade eased
Queen H6.
Queen H6. I think that was your alternative move.
No, because there was a threat 95. Maybe,
Yes.
sometimes, I don't know
Agreed.
if immediately, but...
Totally agreed. So that ties me down to H2, but once again, it does allow me an opportunity to play Rook check.
Can I go King F8 now, maybe?
Yes, King F8 and Rook G2. Now, again, I'm just pausing for a breath. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
give me
hard.
a chance to maybe play Knight G1 and beat back the attacking.
Okay, now I have another idea. Now I can go Rook E6 maybe and focus on Rook takes F2.
Rook
Knight takes F2, excuse me.
G1 as expected. Now the question is Rook G6 or King F8?
I think
Fabi has 37 seconds.
Don't
just
make
to
such a
remind
decision.
everybody.
Yes, Rook G6 is on
he
the
did
board.
play our first move, which was Rook G6.
Rook G6.
I think King F8 was a reasonable alternative as well. Rook G6. Okay.
You're
and
banking
again,
everything on the attack right now, but
Right.
will it be successful is the question.
45 seconds to 40
It seems like white
seconds.
is covered.
Rook takes
He takes
G6.
first and Queen.
takes.
Oh, I wanted the option at least of being able
Yes.
to go to F1. He didn't need it. Wesley said, "Whoop, let me trade."
Maybe he just decided that
Queen
he's on
takes.
defending side and he needs to exchange pieces, also Queen F1, that all simplifications are good for him.
Okay.
Queen F1.
fair.
Good for who is the question.
Any simplification is good for white.
For white, because he's
the
under
extra
attack,
pawn,
yes.
and to get
Yes.
rid of the beat back the
Can I
attack.
try to make a draw right now and say, okay, beat me with the black pieces after that? Rook takes F3 and Knight D2.
Rook takes. Ooh, he's played Queen F5.
Queen H5.
Queen H5. I think that would have been your bailout option. Rook
Bailout,
takes F3.
yes. I want to bail out right now.
Exactly. But Queen H5, I think you're going to play Queen G2 check more or
Okay,
less
king
automatically. And now Wesley,
I mean,
it
pawn
feels
up
like
and no
why
checkmate,
not?
yes? You don't
Queen
see the
G2
checkmate here.
check.
Yeah, maybe King
F8,
G1.
C4.
C4, asking
Undermine
questions.
the knight.
Take on C4. He's like, okay,
Okay,
it doesn't
that's
really matter.
fine. Just
Yeah, because you
remind
couldn't
you.
take on E4. F3 was hanging.
It would
just
have been a
a-
trade. It would have
It
been a
wouldn't be
legit
trade, yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. It was possible, but maybe there is no
F5.
need.
Fabi,
These kings are
I don't
so
know.
weak, both of them.
He's just throwing. It's like he throws everything forward and just hopes.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's like it's crazy. He's just
Maybe he has no way back, so he needs to do it. You know, what do you don't move the knight, right, in this position?
He's committed. Yes.
Yes.
So what if I go King G1?
right.
How do you get that block of pieces, that Rook on H3, that Queen on H5? How do you get them
Back, yes.
coordinated to a better, let's say,
Yes, and
idea?
King G1, maybe, I don't know, you don't have even Queen G4.
Another move I
you
start to think about is the move Rook B3. Just the idea, I might want to sidestep F4. On a good day, there are reasons that this diagonal,
8 seconds for Wesley.
8
Wesley needs to make a move.
seconds.
5
Oh my
seconds.
God.
King G1,
Don't
Knight
forget
G1.
about the time again.
Knight G1, he's
What?
threatening
Knight
the rook.
G1.
Wait a minute.
Why
Take,
did he do
take.
that?
Now we can go Queen to D1.
I
right?
think this is just a nerves.
Yes.
This is just a nervous move. I think if Wesley had more time, he would have investigated Rook to B3, because any trade of rooks where you play Knight G1, it would be nice to have the pawn
Queen
on
H4,
B3.
threatening Knight F2. H3, or what do you play?
That's a big threat.
Queen
Yes.
F3.
Queen F3, yes. You
Knight
could.
F3 allows a perpetual. Knight F3,
10
Knight
seconds, 12
F2.
seconds for
Queen
Wesley.
F3.
Queen B2.
What?
Queen B2.
I
He's
mean,
trying
we
to play
don't
on.
guess any move.
No.
We have problems with guessing.
Well, the
With
problem
Wesley,
with Knight F3 again, it was allowing perpetual.
B6. Okay.
B6. Okay. Queen E5.
Maybe Queen
Queen
F5, yes.
E5?
Because all this Knight F2, we have King G2 for the moment,
And
yes.
clock is
Yeah, Queen
ticking.
F5, yes.
Queen F5.
Gosh, he just lets
17
his clock
seconds, yes.
tick down. It makes me nervous just
Oh,
watching
everybody's
these play.
now
I
nervous.
like Queen
Sure.
G4 right now.
Okay, H3, Queen G4, H3. I don't see the mate, Christian.
Yeah, there's no mate.
No checkmate. And the king, once it goes to h2 with the queen,
Can Fabio make a repetition
Wesley
or something?
getting
I
very,
don't
very
see the
nervous.
repetition.
Queen
Yes.
g5 on the board.
With the same idea of, okay, you can get,
Checks.
that's fine, you can get that pawn, and you can even get, wait,
He
where
takes
is
on
he going?
a7
King
and goes back, of
E8.
course, not on the
Take a
sixth rank.
pawn.
No, I would have went the other way. I would have went towards h6.
Sorry, we just have to play the game here just a second. It's time trouble. Well, he just gained a lot of time on the clock, actually.
Yes.
40 seconds for Wesley.
Just to report that we think Begum is about to win her game, but we're going to stay with this all-important Wesley So needs to win to
Or at
equalize
least
the
not
match.
to lose in
At
order
some point,
to
you have
stay
to
in
go
the
queen
match.
f4, right?
And let's do it now. Queen
you have to
f4
go
is
queen
a
f4 to
perfect.
defend against checkmate.
I think I would throw in queen e5 check first, because I would like to see the king on the f file when
Or
we
go to
play
d7
queen f4.
though.
Queen
Queen f4
f4.
right away. Wesley says no problem. I have 2 pawns to the good. All I need is to get my pawn to h3. There will be no more checkmates once I put my pawn
But
on
actually,
h3.
I think it's one extra pawn. You can even exchange queens
Only
and play
one?
knight d2. How do you protect c4?
Hold on, I can count 2.
Ah, yes.
I have 4. You
But
have
I will
2.
pick up the.
Yeah, I will pick up
c4
c4. This is what I mean. Immediately. Like I'll
How?
trade the queens and play knight d2, and I don't see the way how you
Oh,
will protect the
trade
pawn.
queens? You go into a knight ending? No,
No, never.
never. You've got to keep the queens. You've got to keep the queens.
Yes.
Queen to g6.
Now it's
Shadoub.
it's obviously a bad situation for
Totally.
Was it possible to trade? No. Was it so bad? Yes.
100%. Resigns. Queen d5, knight e2. Okay, I like this move. Knight d4, knight g3. Just
if I go-
don't walk into checkmate.
Queen c6. Now you go queen
c6,
e5.
Queen
and then
e5 check.
You trade.
That's
yeah, no,
the-
this,
that's the
this one is
dream.
looking good for white.
Okay. What
Wesley.
stabilized his position?
He did.
There are no checkmate threats
Agreed.
at the moment, except if you get completely crazy
Right.
and you have 2 extra pawns.
Queen h5. Again, I'm really surprised
e4.
by
Centralizing his knight, I mean, threatening already maybe sometimes to take on f5.
and just reminding everybody, Fabi wins, match over.
Wesley wins, he comes
play,
back. Yes.
Yeah, and he ties the match.
King f3, queen f2 would be checkmate, yes. That's why he played king h3.
and it
go
was
there.
a nervous king h3. He just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure knight f2
Yes.
didn't ruin his day.
Queen
But
f2.
with this move, king h3,
Knight f2 check, he's trying to move this king.
well, the king is coming up the board. King h4.
Or?
No.
No.
No or.
No.
No or.
This
Yes,
looks
king
pretty,
h4.
pretty over.
Because the next move is knight takes f5. Virtually whatever you do, if you play knight g4 and playing knight takes f5, that knight is going to be trapped. Oh,
What a counter game.
And she's ahead.
congratulations to what these ladies are warriors. What fighters.
Queen to
And it
G3.
looks
There were a
like
couple of checks and-
Wesley has
going to pick up that
played
pawn on f5
beautifully.
now.
f5, yes.
And he's done it.
So-
That's
so-
3 pawns. And Fabi is wondering, whatever happened to my attack? It all went
I'm getting
south,
attacked right now.
right?
Is what
and
he's
now it
wondering.
looks like e3, e4 is a tempo against the knight, and you want to go queen g7 and queen e7 mate. e3, e4 wins the game.
That's a nice,
E3,
Nice, queen g7.
nice little
e4.
move.
And Wesley actually is ahead on time. He has 1 minute
The move-
to think about it.
The
and
move e4 protects
I like
the knight.
actually how he just made a full stop and thinks about this position.
e3,
Wow.
e4 protects the knight,
And
attacks
yes.
the knight, threatens queen g7 and queen e7 mate. I think that's
Maybe the only concern, maybe he wants to play first queen. Ah, yes, the difference if you play queen g7 first, there are some checks, yes, so it's better.
h2 is hanging too.
Mm-hmm. No, king
Whoa,
g5.
he didn't see it.
King g5, maybe it's also winning.
I'm sure
What
it
if
is.
queen c4, knight d6?
Knight
Okay, it's not
d6.
possible. So then we threaten.
I
We-
think this is
we-
a good move.
I
by
think it's
Wesley.
also fine.
E4 was allowing queen to f2, which is a completely losing endgame, but at least was moving
Not losing
forward.
on the spot.
I think king g5, it's over.
Queen b7.
Queen a7.
And look at this, queen
Have to
d6.
defend. I think. The
I mean,
mate
this with
is-
queen on a7, yes, there should be some kind of,
Checkmate.
and also, or you lose the queen.
Knight d6,
I mean, queen
queen
h8 and
f7.
queen g7.
Yes.
It wins
Bravo,
queen. Yes.
Wesley.
Wow, what a
My
game!
pick
What a comeback.
comes
Wesley
back.
comes
He's
back.
done it twice.
1.5
He did
against
it against